what's good? So it is beginning of November, and now that the weather is a lot cooler, I was like, hey, I need to go out on my balcony and get some work done, right? Like, take care of my plant allies who didn't make it through Texas's crazy hot summer. Clear off a few things and like start purging, because I had some things on here that, you know, like, see, I'm purging, going through things, right? So in the process of doing all that, I was moving some things, moved the bookshelf with the help of my son and all these things, and this happened, right? The glass bowl that was holding all of these gems that are now scattered about that I have to go pick up one by one, right? That just fell randomly. And I had just had a conversation with my son saying this is a time of the year where, like, we call it fall for a reason. Things fall off, things fall back, things that no longer serve us, we purge. This is a time of shedding and letting go, right? Beautiful metaphor for Scorpio energy. I know I always talk smack about Scorpio. Scorpio and Aquarius have this weird relationship, right? But we understand each other, and I think it's because we are very passionate, very dynamic signs, right? And so we respect each other's gangster in a sense. Without a little, you know, we can't do that without a little trash talk here and there. But I say that to say, this energy is transformative. I just posted yesterday in my thread, this is a time of shedding things, letting go, and letting things happen gently. There's not a lot of gentle energy happening around like something shattering, but I will say when glass shatters, it's usually the breaking of a cycle, breaking of an era. Think of it as a soul cry, right? When you hear bells, it's very similar, right? Anything that shatters or breaks is usually breaking up something. It's breaking up a tradition, breaking up a habit, release, okay? This particular Scorpio new moon energy is about releasing, whether you want to or not. When I saw that thing break, right, my son got nervous because he thought I was going to be upset, and I was just like, nope, it wasn't meant for us to contain it anymore like that, right? Because I had them out here charging. They don't want to be charged like that anymore. So I got to find a new way to pivot or to listen, right? So if you're noticing things are breaking, right, connections with anything, if it's a connection to yourself, a connection to someone else, the way that you used to do something is unraveling or falling apart, don't fight it. Don't fight it. Fall back. Respect and accept it as it's happening. But you gotta let it fall off right now. Because I'm here to tell you, you do not know what path is being cleared for you right now. The death of something is, think Phoenix energy, right? Going back to Aquarius, Scorpio energy. And I don't know why I'm feeling so moved to talk about Aquarius and Scorpio energy right now in particular, considering that we have so much water placement happening astrologically. But it's on my heart to talk about Aquarius and Scorpio connection right now, so it'll make sense when it's supposed to make sense. Aquarius typically is the, well, not typically, the tarot is the star, right? And normally that's depicted either with a human pouring a vase of water into a stream, or as a phoenix rising from the ashes, shooting for the stars, right? Scorpio is the death card, right? But in some instances, they both connect in that they both are about transformation and transmutation as signs, right? Scorpio knows how to go super deep as a fixed sign when it comes to your emotions, delve deeply into your psyche and to help you dismantle things. Aquarius knows how to take that which most people don't pay attention to and flip it on its head and make it like the most prominent, important, talked about thing in a moment, right? Both signs are innovative. Both sides are healing and restorative. One does it with air, the other one does it with water. Maybe because they're both fixed signs, and typically fixed signs get stuck. I don't know, but for whatever reason, it was put on my heart to talk to you all about those two particular energies working in tandem together. Use it for what it is. Check your placements right now in terms of any transit you got going on in your natal chart with Scorpio and Aquarius energy right now, especially as it pertains to the Scorpio new moon, because currently you have Mercury, the sun, and the moon all in Scorpio, right? See what that's transiting for you, and what house placement, what sign, whatever. I already mentioned in my threads, if you haven't seen it already, go check me out on Instagram, go to threads, right? This is the time for you to let water softly carve your path, right? But air can do that too, right? Because the winds of change, the changing of tides and currents for Scorpio water energy, they're working together. I'm trying to tell y'all, I don't know why, but there's something in me that's just like, this is, as much as it is Scorpio, this is also Aquarius that play in the background too. This is the time for you to think about your neurological health, your electrical system, right? In terms of like, think of like in your car, like, you know, you have, there's an electrical shortage or something like that. Most people think about that in the human bodies being neurological, but some other forms of science, I'll say that, talk about something called an electrical system within the human body that may be separate from the actual nervous system. I'm still doing my research on that one, y'all, but something to throw out there. Aquarius also rules the shins, the calves, ankles as well. So pay attention to those areas of the body, especially if you're bruising more. This may not be a time that you want to walk as much, or if you do walk, make sure it's restorative walking, and you're not doing it briskly, right? You're doing it from a standpoint of like wanting to ground out and channel out some of that energy, right? If you can walk in a garden, walk outside with your bare feet, if you're someplace where, you know, the weather permits and environment is safe, consider doing that in order to earth, right? To ground out that energy. Also, this is a beautiful time for you to think about any relationships that seem to be moving too hot, too fast, too passionately. See, Aquarius and Scorpio, when they come together, they are very passionate. They feel deeply. They feel seen by one another because of that, because not everybody's able to go that deep. But it becomes very controlling very quickly. It can get a little too intense if there aren't some checks and balances. I'm not going to say Aquarius and Scorpio can't go together. I'm saying it takes a whole lot of work for this to happen. That being said, you don't want this to be a Romeo and Juliet situation, whether this is you with somebody else in terms of a romantic connection, whether this is something that's happening within you, right? Where you are wanting to go so gung-ho, so hard, so fast, so deeply, and just immerse yourself so much into something that you wind up losing yourself, or you lose each other. That neither side wins. Nobody wins. Think about the story of Romeo and Juliet, if you're familiar. All right? Like, they met at a party. They fell hard. It was fast. It was passionate. Everybody's cheering for them. And ripped apart. Families lost children. Families lost, you know, a lot, reputation, all the things. Like, it was a ripple effect. But as it pertains to this particular season, ask yourself, is that ripple effect worth it? All right. So let things fall off as they need to. Check the ripple effect to see where the tide and the current will take you if you choose to go down that path, right? And don't be afraid to tap in areas that other people are maybe a little bit afraid to traverse. Keep your gazes forward.